Okay. So now we'll be discussing about the Scala pattern matching. Okay. The next concepts what we are going to learn today is a Scala pattern matching. Sorry. Let me delete. A Scala. What happened? Yeah. A Scala pattern matching. Correct. Is a technique we are going to learn now. Okay. So if you remember in the initial class, we have discussed what is pattern matching. I'll be back again. See, the pattern matching is a technique. Okay. Simple. We can define pattern match is a technique which returns result to user based on matching criteria, right? Criteria in a given pattern logic. You got the point here? So it's a technique, right? It's an algorithm. In Google, whenever we are going for the Google, right? So let's say here, if you're going for Google, as we have discussed already, so I'm recapping here. So just now see that I gave a matrix, right, in a Google, correct? So when we went to the Google here right now, and here I'm giving you the matrix, what example, correct? Is my input. So the based on this matrix example, I am getting, see, these are the example, okay? Yeah, I think this keyword is correct, Vadi. Horizontal matrix, vertical matrix, square matrix, diagonal matrix,
Yes,
okay? Okay, you can consider, okay? 25, 30 below, okay. So this is my input. So based on this input, what is doing? It is going to the Google server. It is trying to find the similar kind of patterns related to matrix example first. So in the Google, we are entering matrix example, correct? So this is a Google. So in the Google, I'm entering here matrix example. Okay. This matrix example, once we enter here, in the background, it is coming to the server. Okay. It is computing pattern based on our input, correct? And returning back to you, correct? Here. And then it is responding back to us here. We got the result here. So this is my request and this is my result, right? So this request and results is taken care by the REST API server, REST web services API are being used between user and between the server, right? Google server. So let's say here this is my Google server. But the point is that if I'm giving this example pattern matching we got, but we'll get like millions of information, right? But which are the information should display the first and which are the information should go display in the second and third ranking, correct?
Correct.
You got the point here? So that known as the page ranking algorithm, okay? What they are using here? Here, they are applying the page ranking algorithm, okay? They have written internally. So along with this, they are applying internally the page rank algorithm, okay? Page rank algorithm, okay? Which returns basically which are the keywords, whatever the response is coming from this outcome, it will go to your page rank algorithm. This algorithm will find which are the highest hitting link are being used in the past 1 week, 1 month, right? And that will respond to the first page in the first link to the user, right? This is the way how it works internally. So finally, we are getting every output on the Google search using the pattern matching technique and the page ranking algorithm in the backend. Clear now here?
Yes, sir.
Now the pattern matchings can be of many type, right? It can be the string, it can be the integer, it can be the float. Agree with me? So this pattern match can be of what? Any type here. Correct now? So any type means it can be the integer as per Scala, it can be double also, it can be string also, it can be character also, whatever we enter, right? So based on that, we should get the output. So now what we are going to learn basically here, we are going to learn exactly how to apply or how to design one pattern matching technique in a Scala. Simple then, right? So we are learning basically how to design and apply pattern matching technique in a Scala. You know, so our objective, what we are learning right now here. If you have any questions, let me know. Any questions, please let me know.
No, sir.
Okay. So let me go to the program here. Okay. Now, matrix solutions, I'm here. Let me I'm using the same one more example here. A Scala name, a Scala object, and I'll say here pattern matching. Okay. Pattern match. Extends app, right? Right. So let's define my input is that where number is equal to 10. So I'm using your read integer method. What? Okay. Read integer method. Alt and enter, right? So now here, got right? Yeah. So I can say here print, and I'll say here enter pattern to find as integer number. You got my point here?
Okay, sir.
Because my input is what? Integer, right? So it won't accept a string right now. As per this logic. So now I got number. Now let's say here, I'll say number match. Okay. See, case is coming. So 10. If it is 10, print ln, okay, pattern, sorry, find, and that pattern is what? Number. Case 20. Print ln, so simple, right? Sorry. Just I'll copy paste, okay? Not here. I'll copy paste from here. Okay. Case 30. Case what? 40. Example, just I'm giving you here. Case 50. Suppose now out of 10 and 50, there's another else, right? False, right? So we give case underscore.
Okay.
Okay. And then we say pattern not found. Clear now? Clear logic?
Okay.
So simple, right? But if you write the same program in Java and other places, it will be complex. Very complex. Okay. Now let's run here. Pattern matching right now. Let's run this pattern matching. Okay. Find, enter the number to find right here. So I'm not giving the new numbers. Okay. So I'll say 10, right? Pattern find 10, right? You got my point? How it is working in the backend?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. I entered some other program. Okay. 20, right? pattern find 20. Then I'll go here right now. Again, I can keep here what 70. Pattern not found 70, correct? So it's a backend, right? How it is working the logic. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the one type of pattern, correct? Only integer number, right? Now suppose I am giving one more pattern here, okay? Example here. And I am saying string, right? A string, correct? And here I'll keep here, rather than reading integer, I'll keep what? String. It is there, right? Read integer. Let me check. Scala.io standard in dot read line, right? Read string is not the line is there, okay? This is the function we use for the string. Okay, so this will be the functions here. Clear now? So what I'm doing here right now, let's say here matrix, correct? Matrix. And here I'll say here pattern. Okay. So I'll keep here patterns, right? Fine. What is happening? Okay. Now here I'm giving here example. If I'm keeping here, let's say like Bangalore.
String
If I
also.
keep here like a cricket, different pattern, right? If I keep here, let's say like science. Right now, so this will find this only this many patterns, right? As per this logic. Okay, fine. Let's run this program first.
There is double R. Read line. One more R.
Right. Okay. Pattern match. Type mismatch. Where the type mismatch? Required integer found matrix.
Match we have put. We have to put pattern match.
Yeah, here we are doing the wrong, right? See, required integer, but found what? The string. So here I have given the integer, right? So this place also should be what? Integer only, correct? Here see, integer. Now string and string, right? So that was a mistake. You got it now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you again. See that? This number is what? Integer. See, num colon integer. But what is this? A string, right?
String.
That's why it was expecting either integer or string or not both, right? Here. So let me go back here. Enter pattern to find the first number. Let's say like 10, right? Okay, enter the patterns matrix. We got correct. Now, what is my drawback here of this program? See, I'll say 78 not found, okay, and I'll say science, right? We found correct. Pattern find science. But what is the drawback of this code? See, if it is integer, we are adding the one integer block. If it is string, we are adding one string block. Then double, then a character. Like number of codes will be duplicate, right? Can you see here? in this code limited, in this basically here in the pattern matching here, okay, pattern matching here, right? So we are just copy pasted, just changing the variable name, right? Integer, the string, then double, float, many, right? I don't want copy paste and repeat this duplicate code. I want like one functions which can take any type of pattern, either it is integer, or either it is a string, or double, or float, or character. You got my point? Can we pass character here? No, right?
No.
Can we pass a string in this number? No, right?
No.
Similarly, in this string, can we pass integer? No. Just now we have seen the error, right, in the program. But what is the drawback of this code? This code is being duplicate, copy paste, right? Not generic, right?
Correct.
So I want to design one generic pattern match, not this pattern match. Okay? You got the point? Next assignment?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in these cases, if I'm coming a new Scala, and if I'm keeping an object here, and I'll see here like generic patterns. Extends. Fine. Now in this generic app, let me show you. I am defining one functions here. Okay. I can define one functions here. Outside also we can define, inside also we can define, no matter. Okay. Define find patterns. Okay. And in this I'm keeping one keyword here. Patterns is equal to type of what? Any. See that? Any, right? In a Scala. You got the point?
Yeah.
Any means any pattern. Now there is no specific type, integer, character, double, float, right? So we have got any class in a Scala which can be any type of data. You got the point here? Ready now?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Or doubts? If you have doubts, please let
Can
me
you, can you just explain any again, sir, if you don't mind?
Yeah. I'll explain you. Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay, sir.
Here. Now see that colon any, right? So it means what? Any is a class, integer is a class, double is a class, float is a class. Similarly, any is a class in a Scala. So let's go to any here. Okay. So in this any is a class which is defined to take any type of data.
Any type of data. Okay.
Means these variables, patterns variables can take up any like integer, character, double, float, string, any variable, right? What I'm trying to say here exactly in this program, okay, let me back here. So what I'm trying to say right now here, basically, okay, any. So any is a type of class in a Scala which can take any type of data. You got my point here? As val. You got my point? You got the idea here, what I'm trying to say here? The val means, right, immutable, correct? The value cannot be changed, right? But this can take up any type of data internally, right, into the memory here. So it means we can pass integer data, double, string, character, float. It is okay. So in that cases, right now in this example, what is patterns? Patterns is a object, right? Object of type what? Any? What is the find patterns? Find patterns is a functions we have written. Our method user defined function, right? Which is taking input what? Any, right? That is my input. And what is return type? Any.
Okay. Okay. Mm.
But so it
Yeah.
will take any value and it will return only any type. We cannot tell it is
Mm.
integer type and it is a
Ah.
float type. We are thinking, but logically in a Scala, it is a type of new type of the class is any class.
Mm.
Can accept any data,
Okay.
no
Mm.
limitation, any
Mm.
type of data, right? Internally in the memory, right? But
Mm.
it is a type of the value, right? This
Ah.
is the any, and this is the type of what. So please remember, value means the value cannot be changed, right? Once we assign to the patterns
Mm.
at one
Mm.
time, correct? We cannot modify. Let me show you example. Now, let's say patterns. So I was saying here patterns is equal to patterns minus 1. Can we do or
Mm.
not, right? Correct?
Yeah.
You got the point here? That is the one
Yeah.
first
Mm.
example here.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
let me run here generic patterns. Oh, this is okay. Expected class or object definitions defined right of any right here.
Mm.
Okay. So we have not written the completely. That's where the problem is coming here. Okay. Any is equal to, and then what we like here patterns here we like, correct? Patterns. Now let's run. Okay. Expected class or object definitions here, right? So what we can do
Mm.
here, these find patterns we can call here, right here.
Ah.
Okay. So I can say here
Yeah.
the var result is equal to
Equal
find patterns right here.
to pattern.
And let's say
Mm.
I'm passing a 10.
Mm.
I'm passing 10.
Mm.
I'm not giving any return type and all, just I'm trying to show you okay
Ah.
here.
Ah.
Return. Okay. Still we have the error. Now
Mm.
what we'll do, let's keep it here. So
Mm.
patterns and then what keyword we use? Match keyword, right?
Okay.
Okay. So here, if I write here the pattern and the case, I'll remove it from here. But here we'll have only case, right? So I can say 10. You got my point
Mm.
here? So I can
Mm.
say print ln pattern find. Pattern and plus what's? So we'll copy from here to here. Similarly, I'll say I can see here C. Correct? See the character, right?
Mm. Mm.
Pattern find. Then what? Case. The string, right?
Mm.
Now we are not making any duplicate code, right? Whatever
Mm.
patterns we can write here in the same in the same function, right here.
Ah.
Then case 22.22. See case not match underscore. This clear now here.
Mm.
Any doubts here?
Mm. No.
Vaidi, any questions
Perfect.
here?
Mm. No. No.
Okay.
Mm. Mm.
So whatever the patterns we are going to send, it will send here, and
Correct.
then what we are writing here, print. Okay. Let me. I'm not writing the print. What will happen? Okay. Now 10 10 is matching, correct? Let's say
Mm.
generic pattern. Okay. What it is saying? Define expected class or object, because what we are doing here, we have written these functions outside of the object, right? A Scala
Mm.
object, right?
Mm. Mm.
Got the point? So it is not a part of the class. So what I can do here right now, just I'll be copy pasting here. Is the one solution.
Oh,
Okay.
within this. Okay. Mm. Mm.
Now let's see here. it returns the pattern finds 10. Okay, so let me not write this. And find. Okay, so what is the use of this result? I'm thinking. Result. Let me check here. So result is coming here, but this result is not coming the val, right? Okay. Once again, the val result one is equal to find patterns. Actually, we are not giving any return type. Okay, that's why it is coming. And I'll keep here matrix. Okay, matrix. Okay, find matrix. Let me see here if it is matching. Can we apply the return or not? Okay, 1 second. Let me check here. Return. Right, we got now. Find matrix. It returns find matrix. Patterns. Okay, it returns the 10, right? The value 10, correct here, right?
Pattern find matrix is like the after P there is one matrix, right? Correct.
This is
Yeah.
printing, and this is printing your basically your number right here.
Correct.
This value. So if you keep here right now, and I can see here patterns result, right? And you can keep it here. We can apply the return statement, okay? That I wanted to check. We got now? Pattern is just 10, pattern find matrix, correct? Okay. So like this, we can write the return type statement. So now this is generic pattern, correct? So this will have like kind of database. If you see the logically, I can connect with the database, okay? And database will have like millions of pattern. Example, right? Or file, JSON file. So we can process those records in the backend using a Spark and a Scala and return the pattern, right, to the user. You got my point? This is just one example. But in the big world, there are the millions and billions of what, right? We manage in JSON file. And those JSON file we process and return a response back to the users as per the given pattern here. So this is the example of pattern matching generic patterns in a Scala, which does not have any duplicate code. Correct? Okay. Generic code. See, the lines of code is very, very simple now. Any questions here?
No, sir. Till now clear.
So that is the one example of a Scala patterns here. Okay. Now one more example we can see. This is like normal pattern, right? where we have like we are fixing the size of the patterns, and based on that we are entering the value and we are getting the output right here, correct?
Mm.
Okay. But I want to apply the regular expression, right?
Uh,
Correct?
yeah.
In a Scala, I want to apply the regular expressions. So let's see here in the program first, okay, how to apply the regular expressions. For the next pattern matching, okay, using the regular expression, right? Sorry, we have here, right? So let's say I am writing one code here. This is an implicit class, okay? Implicit class rejects. Oops, I'm checking right now, okay? You got my point?
Mm.
Regular expression, right? I'm using here, right? And then I am passing here string context, okay? String context, correct? String argument,
Mm. Mm.
okay? And then I am writing here. Here I am writing another function. Def result is r is equal to new util matching dot regex. So this is the defined, okay? Util matching regex. These are the defined class. We are not. So what parameter we are passing? I am passing string context dot parts, okay? Dot mk string, okay? Make it a string here.
Mm. Mm.
And then I am saying here string context dot parts dot tail, head and tail, like dot map.
Mm.
This is slightly advanced, okay? Like
Oh.
okay. Now
Mm.
in the map, this is underscore, okay? Underscore means all the value, okay? Remember,
Okay.
okay? Now
Mm.
target. So we are saying it is X. Let me see also try here. And then I'm saying return of any patterns, all the patterns of any, right? Something like that. Is a one functions here. Let me show you. This is my function, okay? I have
Mm.
defined it. New util matching regex. I'm passing this one. Let's see here what happened. Define class regex ops, right? You got
Mm.
my point? Now what I'm doing? I am saying 123 is my string pattern, correct? And then I'm saying match, right? And then case, match means what? Case, right? We know already,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Mm.
Yes. Okay. Then I'm saying here parameter here backslash d plus, if it is matching, you should return what? True, right?
Mm.
Else what? Case underscore means what? What do you mean of underscore? You
Everything.
know
Mm.
already. False, right?
Mm.
It should return true or false, right? Okay. So it is returning your 123 means what is this patterns. Now you're defining one generic patterns which should return the true if it is matching, right? If it is not matching, it is return the false, correct? Similarly, I want to define one more pattern. Let me see what I'm trying to say here. 123, okay, match. Okay, again case we have, then double quotes, then I'm keeping the functions backslash d plus closing the bracket dollar d. D means value, okay? Then again we are saying here this should convert into the integer, right? So d dot to integer is a function, okay, in a Scala, okay? integer, and if it is not matching the pattern, then it should return what? 0. That is my example here. See, we got now integer 123, right?
Mm.
So this is basically slightly bit like a regular expressions level. We can also apply that pattern matching in a Scala. But again, for this, we have to write like some logic, right? Generally, you got my point here. So what we are trying here? We are trying to write one of the input here based on this Scala example to use regular expressions for the pattern here, right? Okay. What I'm writing here, I am defining one variables R, which is taking input as a string, right? Here, 123, correct? Input. And internally, what it is doing here, it is making a string and then checking your parameter, okay, based on this here. Either it is able. Now what we are doing here? If you come here, 123 match case R is this function, this R right here. Okay, and then I'm passing this \d plus this value. So this is nothing but basically it is going to pass to 123 here. So if it is like that number is coming up here, or it is converting the first, if it is matching to the x like as in a string, it is a true. If it is not, then it will go for false. Here, what we are trying, we are converting that value into the integer. Okay. So if it is integer, return the integer, otherwise what? 0, right? So let's say here right now, in this prompt here right now, suppose I am not entering 123, right? Let's see what happened. H 0, right? Can you see now? If it is number, that is my logic, right? If any number, it should convert into the integer, right? But if it is not number, it should return the 0. That is my pattern. That is my example. That is my requirement, right? If it is hello, it should return 0 because it is a string, right?
Correct.
So we are defining one regular expression. If it is number, it should convert into the integer, string to the integer assigned to me. If it is not number, suppose string characters and all, return the 0. So that logic we are keeping here, right here. That is this point here.
Okay.
That is this point here. I think we have done yeah, any questions here, Vadi?
No, sir. This one I'll just again go through it. I'll understand the video again and then get it.
Correct. Yeah. So I believe enough for today, right? What do you say?
Yeah.
Or should I take us something more?
Yeah, covered it, sir. So all these I'll practice, sir. Maybe not for today. So it is like a few other things which I thought maybe the next session which I thought I can ask is something the companion class and case class.
That will come in the next class.
Okay, sir. That's it. Yeah. All good. Okay. So because pattern matching is a big one.
Yeah. So basically the companion class, companion object, case class, pattern like higher order functions, right? All will be coming.
Okay.
So fundamental almost we are completed. We are moving to the basic advanced in Scala. Okay, we'll be moving here. So there are some more example we can see in the pattern matching. Okay. So basically here I was saying we are using the regular expression right here, right? Correct? matching dot regular expression, right? So let me give you something information here, okay, about this class, okay. So that will also help you to understand here. So basically, if you see right now a Scala, okay, dot util, correct? Dot matching, right? Dot regex. Okay. So this is basically, if you compare the Java, so we have Java also, Java dot util dot regex package in Java. You got my point? It is not new, it is already there in Java also. But in a Scala, it is matching dot regex. But in Java, we have Java dot util dot regex, correct? So basically, what is this? Okay. So it is an API, okay. They have developed one library, okay, API in a Scala, okay, API, okay, to provide, okay, concise, clean, and I can say a concise API. It provides basically extra patterns we can find, right? Okay. So for that purpose, they have developed in Scala. So there's a two-way to define the regex in Scala, okay? Two-way to define in a Scala. So first of all, if you are going for, like, suppose explicit, right? So we can say here the val, okay? Let's say like the number or code is equal to, I can say what, new of regex, okay? Regex. Because regex is a class in a Scala, right? Okay. Now in this object, what I am passing here, I am passing my regular expressions. So what I'm passing here, see that? I am passing here number. This should be 0 to 9, right? Pattern, right? Okay. And that number should be the size of what? 2 digit. Okay. That is the one expressions here. Then what? Then we are saying here, okay, backslash minus again 0 to 9, okay, and then should be what? 3. So this is what explicitly creating, right? What we are doing here right now, we are creating explicitly, right? We say pattern here, right? And then we are keeping the 3 here. Second, this is the first, right? Explicitly. Second is that by using the R, right? Just now I have given the example, right? R, right? Def R, right? Here, see that? This example. Second way is that what we can do here. Second, using R method, okay? By using what? R method. Clear, no? Right here? Okay. So one is using directly, we can assign the patterns to get the number, or we can using what? RAR function, right? See that? This is a string, right? But it is returning integer, right?
Correct.
R, right? Case R, right? See this pattern we have defined here. But after this pattern defining, whenever we are giving the input here, right? Whenever we are giving this input, this is returning number to you, right? See that? Here. Okay. Now, similarly, how we can define for this above pattern, this pattern, right? Number pattern, postal code number, right? Something, right? So let's say here, again, I'll say here, the same example here using R functions here. I can say the val code is equal to, okay, and I'll be copy paste here. Sorry, here is the wrong one more, right? Bracket, okay. This is the correct one. See that? Same example, but just we are keeping dot r, right? That's all. R method.
Right.
You know, first we can give this approach or we can give dot r method, anyone, right? No problem with, right? So let's understand, okay, some more details here. Okay. Any questions here? By
No,
the
sir.
here? Okay. Okay. So let me write down here. Okay. Based on these examples, so I can say here what I have written here, number, right? Okay. Okay. So I'm writing code here. Okay. Code. Fine. So here I'm writing here the val. Okay. Result is equal to, okay, code. Okay. Dot find first in. Okay. Is a function. Okay. And in that I'm passing this the string value here, right? So let's say like Bangalore, and then I'm passing here, let's say like first two and then 3 digit, right? See that? 2 minus 3, correct? This is the pattern, right? We have to pass. So I can say 5 6 hyphen 004 is my pin code, right? You got the point here?
Yeah.
Is one pattern, and that patterns belongs to basically, let's say I'm saying Amit here. So what it will do? First it will, okay, what it is doing here. The functions, what functions I'm using here? Find first in, right? What I'm using is a function, right? This is the function value.
No, find first.
So these functions, let me tell you, this function, okay, we are using here. We are using the find first in function, okay, method, which returns what? An option of what? String object, right? This is the function they have defined. We are just using, we are not writing the program. Please understand here. These are the defined parameter. Regex already has been defined in a Scala like Java, okay? Now we should know how to use regex in a Scala, correct? That's our objective here. So you can see right now what pattern I've written here. Regex 09 to 093. It means the first parameter of the number should be between 0 to 9, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that should be 2 digit, right? Then minus or hyphen should be 3 digit, correct? If this is coming, is a pattern, right? Will be coming of
Correct. Correct.
What the point here? So that's why we are getting this output here. So let's say in that case, we are getting this pin code, right? For the bank, right? Pattern, right? This is slightly advanced, okay? So in the library they have used, we have to know basically how to use the library basically here. Okay. Let me take up one more real-time program, real-time example here, okay? Now let's say I have a time stamp, okay? Let's take example, another example, okay? Time stamp. You know time stamp, right? Ready?
Yeah.
So time stamp means what? it should be like
time with
correct, na? Format will be the right. Okay. So let's say here I want to define one time stamp pattern, okay? Fine. and I am
Okay.
using dot R. Fine.
Mm.
No need to go for
Mm.
new regex, right? Directly we can go for dot R, right? Now
Mm.
in this, we'll be defining the pattern
Yeah.
here. Now, what is the first? First number should be 0 to 9. A square bracket means any one number between the 0 to 9. And what should be the size of this number? 2 digit, right?
Mm.
Clear now? Here? No
Yeah.
confusion?
Mm. Mm.
Similarly, again the next number, right? Should be 0 to 9.
Correct.
And what should be the size for this? 2,
Mm.
correct? Again,
Yeah.
I am giving colon. Again, I am giving what? 0 to 9. And again, what? Size to what? 2. Fine. 1, 2, 3. We have given right now dot. See, millisecond, right?
Correct.
So what we can give here? Okay.
Again,
Let me
0 to
correct
9
here.
will be there, right? Mm.
Yeah, yeah. 1 second. 0 to 9. Again 0 to 9. Okay. And what should be the size? 3 digit, right?
Mm.
Correct now? Now, what I'm saying here, this is the one pattern, right? 0 first, then second, correct?
Mm.
So this is what, like hour, minute, second,
Second.
millisecond, correct?
Correct.
Here. See, now it's easy, right? Now you understood, right? The flow, how to define.
Mm. Mm.
So now we have defined one pattern, right? In a Scala,
Mm.
or you got it, or you have doubts.
Got it, sir. Mm.
Okay. Now let's go to the example, okay? I want to apply this, right? This pattern, correct? So let me keep here the val result is equal to, okay? And I'm giving here, what is the time right now? 1 p.m., right? So I'll say 01, 41, let's say 22 dot 233, something,
Mm.
correct?
Mm.
That is my pattern, right?
Correct.
Match. I'm passing match, right? Nothing to explain here.
Mm. Yeah.
And here I've got case, correct?
Correct.
And what is the case?
Timestamp.
Timestamp.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
In the case, timestamp. And what is the first? Hour. Then what? Minutes.
Minute. Second.
Okay. And let's say I don't know.
Mm.
Any value, right? That we are not sure about this, right? Correct. Then I am saying here. Then I am saying here is, and I can say it is dollar what?
Mm.
Minute. Minutes.
Mm.
What? After dollar hour. This is the syntax we are passing here.
Okay.
You got now?
Mm.
The flow, you got it here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it means whenever we are passing this parameter, we'll be getting the value, right? So what we'll get here? Let's say we'll get 41 minutes after 1, right? 1 hour, right?
Mm.
Something like that, right? 0, 1 hour, 41 minutes, right? 22 seconds. So if you're adding the second, we can print the second, I can print the millisecond also, whatever requirement we have. The point here, by the now.
Mm. Mm. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the way how we apply in the real time project level the regressions or pattern matching in Scala also.
Okay.
One pattern matching I discussed with reference to the Google. This is with reference to my type of data, right? What type of data I am passing to validate and give the outcome, right? What should be the value for this, right? That is this here. So any questions here right now?
Sir,
Any questions? If you feel, let me know.
I'll go through this, sir. This pattern matching, I'll practice it. Whatever
Yeah,
example you have put, sir.
practice is required. Yes.
Mm, mm,
So basically, it is a design pattern. Okay.
mm,
Okay. Like it follows some kind of pattern internally here.
mm,
Suppose if you have some different set of animal, right? Suppose like flowers, fruits, animal, correct? And you want to create one pattern for that, right? Category. We can define
uh,
a pattern for that, right? Correct. Similarly,
mm,
the food, like we have like pizza, KFC, okay, and we need to create a pattern for those type of food category. We can make it right using the pattern
mm,
matching right here.
uh,
So that is the one concern here, basically in the pattern matching here. You do the practice, okay? If you have any
yes, sir.
doubts, we can discuss the next class, okay?
Okay, sir.
I think we are done today. Enough for
Okay,
today.
sir. Mm, mm.
Okay. See you then
Okay, sir.
next class.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Bye. Bye. Where did that go?